I'm here with the former UFC welterweight champion, a legend in the sport, Georges St-Pierre. Just got done pushing him around in Nintendo Switch Arms. A very fun game.
Yeah, Nintendo Switch. It's a new game that just came out in March, and yeah, you can play with it in the plane everywhere, and you can plug it on TV too. So we just had a little battle in a game called Arms. It's a fighting game that you can control by moving your arm and fight. You choose your weapon, and he beat me, unfortunately.
You travel a lot. You can get some practice on the airplane, right?
I did practice, but apparently not enough.
Well, we did talk a little bit about video games and fighting games and things of that nature, but fighting for you right now is not a game. We've got a lot of interesting things on the horizon. Your comeback was announced against Michael Bisping. It seems plans, at least from the UFC end, appear to be changing. In your mind, do you still want to fight Michael Bisping? That's still number one on your list?
Yeah, it was changing, but I talked to Dana a few days ago, and he wrote me at the end. I tried to convince him that it was a good thing, that if I come back, it need to be a situation that I put a lot on the risk. You know, I have a lot to risk, but I need to have something that I can gain from it. You know, so big risk, big reward. And fighting Michael Bisping, that's what it gives me. He's the one that have the most wins in the UFC history. He just beat my record by one, but if I beat him, I will beat him. I know Michael will retire, I think, if he ever lose. So, and he haven't fought for more than a year. Me, I haven't fought for more than, it will be 4 years. So I think it's perfect fight. It's a fight that everybody wanna do. And he's been saying a lot of stuff about me, like I was postponing the fight. I was afraid, but I'm not afraid. The real reason is the eye injury. I had a surgery done, and if you want to do it, I'm ready to make him eat his word.
So after you went to the press conference and you knew you were injured going into that press conference, you hear Dana White say this fight's not going to happen anymore. We're gonna proceed with the division. I guess he didn't know at the time that Michael Bisping was injured, but what was your response knowing that you'd put on the weight to be a middleweight?
I changed everything in my life toward that to fight Michael Bisping. I even hired a nutritionist. I'm the biggest. I gained a lot of muscle mass. He's still Bisping. If we fight, he's still going to be bigger and stronger, probably. Because of the size advantage, but that's my point. I want to prove that skill and skill and technique beat size and strength. And I talked to Dana, and at the end of the conversation, he said, "Look, we'll figure it out. We'll see what happens." So hopefully, it will happen.
Well, when he says we'll see what happens, you know that means he's got a lot to think about. Do you think it's going to happen? What percentage do you peg this fight at happening?
I'm positive. I think it will happen. I think it will. That does happen. I think after the conversation I had with him, because the problem with Dana is my mistake. We talk through reporters. There's declaration and stuff. So I think it's good that we talk to each other and we can see where our minds are up and work together for the benefits of UFC, of me, for the fan, makes everybody happy.
There was a lot of noise about this fight holding up the division and not being, I guess, a meritocracy. And he had just fought Dan Henderson, which a lot of people thought Dan had kind of jumped the line. Do you think that a lot of that outside noise played into the decision that they had made that this fight might not happen?
Now, the problem is people knew that I had an eye surgery, but it made a lot of people unhappy. And as an athlete, when you have an injury, you always try to keep it low, a secret. You don't want to give your injury, but that's why I came out public and I told everybody the reason why the fight got postponed because of an injury. That's the last thing you want to do, talk about it. But I had no choice, and now I think people understand. And Bisping has an injury too. It would be perfect timing when we get back to square up.
I thought it was odd, as I mentioned to you before. You have the eye injury, which he's battled with. He has the knee injury, which you've battled with. So the timetable looks like it would align, and it looks like November could work, and that's Madison Square Garden. Is that where you want to fight?
That would be great. It would be a historical moment. I want to be make it as big as possible for UFC, for the fan, for everybody. I think it would be the fight that everybody want to see.
And the Canadian market seems hungry to have you back. I mean, Rory has left for a different organization. And it looks like people still are eager to see you fight in this country. Was that part of your reason for wanting to come back, or was it strictly personal?
Also, yeah, I will be back. I want to rewrite a page of history in the sport of mixed martial art. That's why I'm coming back. I'm in my prime right now. If I wait too much and I think back to my life, for me, it would be regrets. And I don't want to live with regrets.
And you'd mentioned that if you did come back and won the middleweight title against Bisping, you're not exactly sure what you would want to do next. You'd kind of want to see where the landscape was at. Are there a couple guys that you think about that might be a good next fight for you if you do get past Bisping?
Well, there's a few. I know that Maya will fight Woodley for the title, and the winner of that will get to a different level. Will be big. We'll see. Everything can happen in mixed martial art. There's a lot of name. You never know. Some stock go up, some stock go down. You never know.
Faraz mentioned Conor McGregor, and that you, at the time, you're thinking of moving to lightweight. Is that an option now?
Well, I just gained weight now, but I know Conor is a big guy, and everybody want to fight Conor. He's like the biggest draw. But then he's out now, and Ronda Rousey's out. Now people want to fight me. That's why everybody called me like I'm a coward. I'm this. There's no coward in this game. Trust me. We all put a lot on the line when we step into the octagon. But there's guys that create more opportunity by fighting them. So that's why they want to fight me now. And they want to fight the Diaz brother. They want to fight Conor. They want to fight Ronda because that's the big name. They know they're going to make more money by fighting me than by other guys. That's why they want to fight me. Money talks, I guess.
And now the most difficult question of all, what is the greatest video game that you've ever played that's your all-time favorite video game?
I like the ARM. ARMS from Nintendo Switch. Try it. It's coming out on this next Friday, so it's a pretty interesting game. You can, it's like a real fighting. You can move and physically throw punches and choose your weapon.
Well, awesome speaking with you, George, here at this Nintendo Switch event, and it's a pleasure catching up with you.
Thank you very much for having me.